How much do you think a cool car should cost? Tens of thousands? Hundreds of thousands? What if I tell you that really flashy cars cost millions or even hundreds of millions? I will show you the most expensive and incredibly rare cars, from a Chinese electric car for $3.2 million to a Ferrari for $60. And buckle up, for dessert, I've saved a car for a modest $135 million. I'll tell you about it at the end. But let's start in order. For example, with the Chinese, who you wouldn't expect to see in the list of the most expensive and rare cars. But NIO EP9 is not just an electric hypercar, it's a true masterpiece of technology. One of the main features of the car is 4 different electric motors installed on each wheel. They work with individual gearboxes, delivering impressive power comparable to the power of a full-fledged Chevy Camaro. Each engine can deliver up to 335 horsepower per wheel. It's no wonder that NIO EP9 sets records wherever it appears. The electric supercar is famous not only for its power, but also for its price. The construction cost of this wonder chariot is estimated at $1.2 million, but only a few models went on sale, which were priced at $3.2 million. This is the most expensive electric chariot in the world. The Chinese supercar can accelerate to 62 miles per hour in 2.6 seconds and run a quarter mile in 10.2 seconds, reaching a speed of 149 miles per hour. Its maximum speed is 195 miles per hour. How do you like the Chinese? Not bad, huh? But let's talk about classic hypercars. And I want to start with the most prestigious and expensive Ferrari that currently exists. It's the beautiful LaFerrari Aperta. Released in a limited edition of 210 units in 2016, this hypercar from the world-famous brand has won the hearts of car enthusiasts. It represents the most expensive hybrid roadster from Ferrari. Acceleration to 100 miles per hour takes just 2.9 seconds, and the maximum speed reaches 217.5 miles per hour. And it's not surprising if you look into the heart of this wonder, where a 6.3-liter V12 engine with 960 horsepower beats. All this at a weight of 1,395 pounds. Wow, impressive! The starting price reached $3.5 million. Oh, but it's not certain that someone would now agree to sell it even for $10 million. Externally, Aperta is very similar to the original LaFerrari, except for one important aspect. Its roof is detachable. No, it's not a sophisticated electrically controlled top like some other cars, but simply 2 panels of carbon fiber that can be manually removed. It's not the most refined method, but it helps to reduce weight and simplify the construction. The car is beautiful, no argument there. But what if you want a bit of exoticism? And here, the crazy CCXR Trevita comes to our aid, which was produced in just 2 copies, making this Koenigsegg model one of the rarest and most expensive cars in the world. CCXR is the most environmentally friendly version of the CCX, equipped with a 4.8-liter twin-turbo V8 engine running on E85 and E100 ethanol. When running on ethanol, the car's power increases to 1,004 horsepower, a direct result of ethanol's cooling properties in the combustion chambers, allowing the car to fully unleash its potential. Its maximum speed is 250 miles per hour. And guess who owns one of the 2 cars? Floyd Mayweather, who bought this car for $4.8 million. But believe me, we're just warming up. There will be even more insane options later. Ferrari Pininfarina Sergio is a tribute to the legendary designer of the brand after whom this marvel of the automotive industry is named. The V8 engine produces 570 horsepower, allowing it to reach speeds of 200 miles per hour and hit the first 100 in 3.4 seconds. It may not sound so modern, but it's more of a style icon than a classic hypercar as we understand it. The design is based on the Ferrari 458 Spider. Only 6 units were made and all were sold to a group of wealthy individuals. None of the cars were resold, thus settling in collections. Its initial price was $3 million. Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita is the insane car that was produced in only 2 copies, making this model one of the rarest and most expensive cars in the world. CCXR is the most environmentally friendly version of the CCX, equipped with a 4.8-liter twin-turbo V8 engine running on E85 and E100 ethanol. When running on ethanol, the car's power increases to 1004 horsepower, a direct result of ethanol's cooling properties in the combustion chambers, allowing the car to fully unleash its potential. Its maximum speed is 250 miles per hour. And guess who owns one of the two cars? Floyd Mayweather, who bought this beauty for $4.8 million. But believe me, we're just getting started. There are even crazier options ahead. Oh, what a beauty! Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. This is also a limited model with only 4 units produced. One car is stored in the Lamborghini Museum, the rest are in private collections. Lamborghini Veneno Roadster is the perfect combination of style and functionality. The car's exterior design is inspired by aviation, with sharp lines and aerodynamic features that help reduce resistance and improve performance. This is not just a beautiful sports car, it's also a beast on the road. Its 6.5-liter V12 engine with 750 horsepower can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds. The car's top speed is 220 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest production cars in the world. The Lamborghini Veneno Roadster starts at a price of $3.3 million. McLaren P1 LM is more or less a street-legal version of the McLaren P1 GTR, which was only intended for track use. A British firm, Zonda, bought the original P1 and converted it for sale. Only 6 LMs were made. 5 were sold to private buyers, and the 6th, codenamed XP1 LM, a prototype of the P1 LM, is currently used for developing and testing future projects. P1 LM is equipped with a more powerful twin-turbo V8 engine than the P1 and P1 GTR, with a limited top speed of 200 miles per hour. It accelerates to 60 miles per hour in just 2.4 seconds with nearly 1,000 horsepower. Although the price of $3.6 million seems astronomical, it's only a mid-range in our list. This car was released in a limited edition of 63 vehicles. Lamborghini created the hybrid supercar Sian with a 6.5-liter V12 engine and an additional electric motor. It has 819 horsepower and accelerates to 50 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds. And the car can be used in everyday life, unlike most in our list. The initial sale price of the Sian was $3.6 million, but now it has already crossed the $4 million mark. And by the way, if you think we've been sticking to the same price for too long, just wait a little and we will fly into space. Pagani Huayra Imola is a beautiful Italian supercar made in 5 copies. It weighs just 1,246 kilograms. The heart of the Italian hypercar is a 6-liter V12 engine from Mercedes-AMG with 2 turbines. However, the Italian engineers thought this was not enough, so they slightly modified the engine, so it generates 827 horsepower and a torque of 1100 Nm. Initially, the car was supposed to be named Dragon, but it debuted as Imola. The price was a staggering $5.4 million at that time. Now let's move on to an even more extravagant car. SP Automotive Chaos, which is short for Spiris Panopoulos, is a real technological marvel. The base version, Chaos Earth version, is equipped with an engine developing 1,389 Nm. The experimental version, Chaos Zero Gravity, runs on E85 biofuel and can deliver 1,500 foot-pounds of torque. This Chaos accelerates to 60 miles per hour in 1.5 seconds and crosses the 300 mark in 7.1 seconds. Its top speed is over 310 miles per hour. However, testing such speeds on a track is not feasible. The car with a 4-liter engine has a power of 2,000 horsepower, but this more budget-friendly version costs $10 million, while the zero-gravity version, costing a whopping $15 million, is much more powerful, 3,000 horsepower. And yes, you heard it right, $15 million. Bugatti Divo lacks some soundproofing and is equipped with lighter wheels compared to its sibling, the Chiron. The car has optimized aerodynamics. Thanks to its design, the Divo boasts a power of 1,500 horsepower, accelerating to 60 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds, But the most interesting part is its engine and everything related to it. A V-shaped 16-cylinder gasoline engine is located in the rear of the body. The monstrous 8-liter unit works in conjunction with 4 turbochargers. The engine's maximum capability is 1,500 horsepower and 1,600 Newton-meters of torque. An insane power for a car that weighs just 1,960 kilograms. The hypercar accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.4 seconds. At that moment, the car generates 1,000 pounds of downforce, and both the driver and passenger experience a 1.6 g-force each. Incidentally, this is just 0.1 g less than in an airliner's cabin during takeoff from a runway, and it costs as much as an airplane, $6 million. This car exists in only one copy. It is currently owned by American rapper Brian Williams. The Exelero accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds, and its top speed is 200 miles per hour. The Exelero's engine has a power of 800 horsepower. Interestingly, 4 students from the University of Forsyth were involved in the design development, and the project of 24-year-old Frederick Burkhardt was chosen as the basis, which was handcrafted by the renowned Italian body manufacturing firm Stola. The price corresponds to its uniqueness, a mere $8 million. Every collector's dream, the Ferrari 250 GTO had several prestigious owners before reaching the $60 million mark. German citizen Harry Grosu paid $6 million for it in 2000. The next collector to own the sports car was Christian Gleisel, who managed to fetch the record amount we mentioned earlier. This gem of motorsport is famous for its races in France. The year 1963 marked its participation in the 24 Hours of Le Mans marathon. Under the hood, it has a 3-liter V12 engine. The transmission is manual. Overall, the car's engine produces 300 horsepower. Acceleration to 60 miles per hour from a standstill takes this beauty approximately 6 seconds. HP Barchetta adds to the already incredible legacy of Pagani Zonda and features a rather unique appearance. The rear wheels are partially covered with carbon fiber, the windshield is smaller than usual, and the car is roofless. Barchetta's peak power is 789 horsepower, with a top speed of 220 miles per hour, and it accelerates to 60 miles per hour in 2.1 seconds. Whew, fast! Like other special editions, this novelty has its combination of aerodynamic elements on the body. For example, the front fairing with a black beak is almost the same as in extreme modifications of previous years. This Italian devil costs $17 million. The Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic, introduced over 90 years ago in 1934, was a model of advanced automotive technology. A 3.3-liter engine with a Roots-type mechanical compressor, producing 160 to 170 horsepower and enabling the car to reach speeds of 115 miles per hour. It is said to be the first sports car ever produced, but that's not the only thing that makes it unique. Only 3 such cars ever existed. The first Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic in light blue was built to order for Baron Victor Rothschild. Over time, this car changed owners several times, and in 2010 it was sold at auction for an astronomical sum, $35 million. The buyer was American entrepreneur and car collector Peter Mullen, and the car is currently in his Mullen Automotive Museum in California. And now behold the most expensive car. Introducing the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Coupe model with a hardtop was created to participate in the 1956 Le Mans 24 Hours race, replacing the roofless Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. However, in 1955, Daimler-Benz decided to suspend its racing program due to the tragedy at Le Mans. During the race, as a result of a collision, fragments of the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, driven by Pierre Levert, scattered at high speed. The hood, like a guillotine, literally decapitated the spectators. Other parts of the car also proved to be deadly. More than 80 people died as a result, and over 120 spectators were injured. To this day, the Le Mans tragedy remains the biggest disaster in motorsport history. Since the car company withdrew from racing for a long time, Rudolf Uhlenhaut, the chief engineer of the specialized department, kept one of the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Coupe as his company car. It was slightly modified, equipped with an exhaust system for regular road cars. This very model was sold for a record-breaking $135 million. Wow, those are some prices. You can't just sell a kidney to afford that, but the cars are incredible, aren't they? Thanks for watching.